very important decisions you have to make when it comes to planning your wedding is your wedding dress. Yay! Of course, you have to be the style that you don't want anybody to outshine you, because I mean, it's your wedding. You are allowed to be proud. Yes, you're allowed to be proud because it's your wedding day, right? So, but then a lot of people say make sure you pick the best wedding dress, pick your wedding dress, pick the best wedding dress, but they didn't tell you how. Like, so okay, you've told me to pick my wedding dress, make sure you do this, make sure you do that. How do I go about doing that? Well, you're in good hands, because that is what we're going to be talking about today: how to pick your perfect wedding dress, because it is your wedding, right? So number one is what determine your location and your wedding theme. You have to know that beforehand, because that would play out in your options. It will actually limit the options of outfits you can go for, right? You cannot have a pool wedding, for example, and there are limited options, because your wedding dress has to fit the theme and it also has to fit the location, because you have to be comfortable in whatever you pick, outfit you pick for your wedding, right? So that is the first thing. Number two is be open. I know they've told you, you've done a lot of screenshots on Instagram, Pinterest, wedding dresses, mermaid, ball gowns, all of those things, but be open. Some people have told you, maybe some people would have told you, oh, for this your body shape, this is the type of outfit you should go for, or things like that. But be open, especially when you go to bridal studios, dress studios, you're just checking around. Be open, explore. Don't limit yourself to, oh, I'm only going to try this particular types of dresses. Even if you're doing custom made, it's good to explore. Go for try out different dresses, and then before you now say, oh, okay, based on what I have seen, this is the type of style that would fit me, this is the type of silhouette that would be good on my body, because it's your wedding day and your wedding dress has to be perfect. Because I mean, you want to 20 years down the line show your children this dress. In fact, for some of us, we even want to pass on this dress, right? So you have to pick something that is good and then can be fashion forward, because 20 years down the line, 30 years down the line, fashion then and now can be different. Or maybe you would have gone around the clock to come back to your perfect wedding dress, right? So another thing to consider is your personality. Like, I cannot overemphasize that your personality has to shine in whatever dress you pick. It plays out in what you actually eventually pick. So understand what your personality type is, and then let it inform the type of dress that you pick. You can't pick, for example, you are very playful. I'm a very playful person, for example, and I cannot pick a dress that is very serious. On my wedding, it's not possible, because I'm not a serious person in that sense, right? Before I feel like I'm a serious person, or when it comes to money matter, please, and business, I'm a serious person. When it comes to planning events, I'm very serious. Like, you can't just joke. Vendors say there's a particular vendor that said, the way people are looking at you now, they feel like you're a nice person, you're always smiling and all, but I have a particular vendor face. Like, don't try that rubbish kind of face. I'm not going to put it here because I want it to be a surprise. But then let your personality shine in whatever outfits that you're picking. Another thing to consider, this is the fourth point now, to consider when you're picking your wedding dresses, go for fit. Pick fit over style. So no matter your style, no matter how beautiful the style is, it has to fit. It has to fit you. It's even better, maybe you have a plan to lose some weight in the future, there's a plan in place already, then pick a dress that is your size now, but speak to, so maybe the stylist and all. Is it adjustable? Can they rework it? If peradventure you are able to get to the size that you want, don't pick a size for your future self. Don't do that, I beg. You don't want to spend twice. So pick a size that is your size now, but discuss with them, is there a possibility of adjusting it to a particular size at particular times and things like that, right? Yeah. The fifth point in picking your wedding dress is have 3 adjectives to describe your wedding dress. I know that the options are limitless when it comes to wedding dresses. Like you can have that you are trying on different outfits and they all look good, and you're like, only me, it's only me that God just designed like this to make sure that everything you put on fits, it looks good, and in fact you can even start a modeling career with that. But I have 3 adjectives to describe what your perfect dress would be before you go on shopping, because when it comes to making an actual decision, that would play out in what you pick, because they have your perfect wedding dress. It needs to fit the descriptions that you have selected for your wedding, right? Yes. Another point is consider how you feel in your wedding dress. Apart from the fabric choice, how it feels on your body, wedding dress should elicit certain types of emotions. So what emotion does it provoke? How do you feel in that dress? And in also considering how you feel in the dress, you have to consider, how will I look in pictures, in my photos? Remember that your wedding is a live production. It's like you start till the end. There is no cut, there is no dress rehearsal on your wedding day. Say, sorry, hold on. For example, from the times where you have planned photo sessions, so you can have 1 hour, 2 hours, depending on the structure of the day, depending on how your wedding planner has planned your day. You can have periods. You have periods where you have specific, all attention is on you. The dress is arranged properly. Make sure that there's nothing in the background. Everything we want is where we want it to be. And then especially when that comes to the reception, you can have. I've seen some videos on Instagram where you're like, it's just that people did not see this, or nobody was paying attention to it. So maybe the couple, they're dancing into the reception, and then, because of course it's a wedding day, you will dance. Like, even if you feel like, I'm a shy person, I don't dance, I don't do this, I don't do that. On that day when they're hyping you, in fact, sense has gone out of the window, and then you're just dancing. You're like, I didn't know I could dance, because the joy and the emotions, everything coupled together, and you don't remember your dress, especially the layout. So how is this dress on the floor? And of course, it's not the time. Your photographer is not even paying attention to that one, and people are not paying attention to, this is how the dress is. It's later in the videos or in the pictures you can even still manipulate, but videos you really can't manipulate that much to say, I want to straighten the dress in a video, right? So think about how it will look in pictures and all of those other things that have. Figure out your wedding budget. I know we are back to the budget matter. Figure out your wedding budget, because that will determine, number one, where you go to shop. Because you cannot have, for example, if your wedding budget is, say, a $2,000 budget for your wedding dress, you cannot go to a store where the minimum price is $10,000. It doesn't make sense, right? You know that you are up for failure, you are up for a sad reality, because you are going to a store where you already know that their prices are above your budget, and then you see dresses, you would definitely see dresses that you love, you fall in love with, but you cannot afford. And for some people, you begin to think about your life like, why me, God? Why me? I have this. This is what I want. This is what I want. You understand this type of thing. So figure out your wedding budget and then try to stick with it. You can make room for allowance, because it's your wedding dress. You can't splurge on your wedding dress, but have a budget that you're working with. Be open to different options. The last tip I'm going to share with you today is start early. Yes, start early. Start early. I know you have a plan, a 6-month plan to lose weight, but start early. It reduces the tension. It reduces that urge that, I have to make a decision, I have to pick a dress today, because after today I don't have time, or maybe my wedding is in a month and things like that. So start early, start planning early. It allows you to it gives you room. You can explore different options, you can make certain decisions, you can delay certain decisions for later, because you're more informed about, oh, this type of dress that will fit me, this is the type. Or even if you now say, you know what, I've tried everything, it's not working for me, I want a custom made dress, you have time to make a tailor-made dress for you and all of that. So let me know what you've learned in the comment section below. If you have not liked this video, what are you waiting for? Like this video. If you have not subscribed also, what are you waiting for? I beg, subscribe to this video. We bring you new content, fresh content every week on this channel, so be sure to subscribe. Be sure to turn on the bell notification button so you get notified every time we post a new video. And also we've had a couple of questions. People have sent in questions regarding weddings, their wedding planning process and things like that, and we're going to start a series on Instagram. We're going to post a video on Instagram, TikTok and Twitter, and it's going to be called Dear Eventico, because we have series of questions like that, and we're just going to be answering it in 1-2 minutes, providing from our wealth of knowledge how you can navigate this process, how you can navigate the wedding planning period with a sane mind, because there are some families that say, you know, they want to make sure that your sanity is being questioned. And so how you can navigate that, answer questions. It's like all around. Some of the questions are not even for wedding planners per se, because it's not just planning the wedding, it's other things that come up during the planning process. So we're going to start that. If you've not followed us on social media, be sure to do so. You can just search out My Eventico on Twitter and Instagram, and Eventico on TikTok. So I'll see you in another episode. Before then, compliments of the season. Have a wonderful 2023.